All right. Hey, yo, welcome to a real conversation with somebody that's very dope to me. I feel like he's one of the uh, rookies of the year this year. Um, I wanted to write a bio, but it was like, yo, what do I really? It's hard to write a bio on people that you know.
All right.
But I mean, we can say recently passed that threshold of 1,000 on YouTube.
YouTube,
Yes, sir.
Spotify.
Yes, sir.
We getting there on Apple Music,
Getting on Apple.
but those are the two we got right now.
Album dropped this year.
Crazy.
EP dropped this year.
That's two. That's crazy.
We are having a real conversation with my friend Larry Berg.
Yes, sir. Glad I could make it, man.
Yo, this has been a minute coming, bro.
I know.
Niggas got out. This is probably our like third take of this,
Yeah.
cause weather and then just scheduling.
Yeah. Definitely was anticipated, but
Yeah,
had
but
some delays.
I'm definitely excited to talk this album. Like I said, this is genuinely one of my favorite albums this year. I
Yeah.
think it'll definitely crack my like top 6
Dang. Okay.
listen to albums this year.
That's tough.
Cause
like
I
that.
mean we've been getting a lot of good music this year, but
Yeah.
this is definitely amongst like I said, like my clips, my Tyler, all of that. This album has been floating amongst
Dang.
that. So
Yeah.
I'm
I hear that.
definitely excited to get into some of these questions.
Yeah.
For those who don't know who you are, give a little bio for them.
Yeah, man, it's just been a journey. I'll definitely say like, of course, my name's Larry Berg. I'm a producer. I do music. Of course, I am an artist. I work with these guys with the podcast as well. So
Right.
it's a lot that I've been exploring recently. But I've really been just focusing on my artist and putting music out probably the last 6 months. Of course, we got more coming in regards to music in general, but yeah, it's just been a blessing, honestly. I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
from the Orlando area. Right?
Yep, from Orlando.
From Orlando. How do you feel like that? Like, I mean, the goal is to absolutely get more Orlando rappers because I
Yeah.
feel like the rap scene here is like super important. How do you feel like what you've seen around you has like influenced at least what is unique to Orlando or the area that you've been in that's like kind of influencing the way you write your music, if there is anything?
I will say I think we have a even though I hear a lot of the different type, I feel like we have a very diverse range.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in Orlando who do R&B, who do all types of music. I think that's what kind of inspired me to experiment myself
Yeah.
and to make something different like I did on this album and even on my past projects. But it keeps me exploring, and people, of course, in the community are messing with that type of music too. So yeah, it's definitely the diversity.
Yeah. Where does the name Larry Berg originate?
That's crazy.
Because
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of
Yeah.
I don't know where that.
Yeah.
I know one bar
Uh-huh.
that references it, but I would hope there's something deeper than that. But if
Yeah.
there's not, it doesn't have to be.
I
But
mean-
what does Larry Berg originate? Because your name is Larry Curry, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we swapped out the Curry
For Berg.
Right.
And I'm glad I did. I'm explaining that
Mhm.
reason on that later. But yeah, the name actually originated because I of course did producing. That's how I started.
Right.
So that was kind of my thing in the beginning, but I didn't have any type of tag. I still really don't have a
Nah.
tag. Like if you won't pretty much won't know if it's my beat unless someone told you.
Right.
Reason being, I just felt like I couldn't think of anything, or same thing with my name. I really couldn't think of anything back then. I think my name was actually for my producer was That Kid Larry. But I'm like, nigga, I'm growing up. I can't be a kid no more.
You cannot be that kid. Like, that man Larry.
Yeah, that man Larry. I'm
That's
like,
definitely
nah.
gonna get stepped on eventually. I
That's
feel
what I'm
that.
saying. So actually it was like out of the blue. It was actually with two of the people that I produced for. They actually had introduced it. They're like, bro, your name should be Larry Berg because you cold with the beats.
That's funny.
I was like, really?
Really?
I was like, okay, cool.
Okay, so you
And I
did it.
ran with it.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Literally.
I feel that.
Yeah.
So that's where Larry Berg comes from.
Yeah.
This is kind of like the section where I kind of wanted to just dive into who you are,
Okay.
because I feel like there's a lot of, I feel like especially with rappers, and the success that you've seen off of this kind of first project here,
Mhm.
there's a lot of room for personal connection
Yeah.
when it comes to just people knowing who you are. Um, I read somewhere that you worked at Publix at one point.
Yeah.
Driving, how is that
Somewhere.
influence? I don't know. I read that somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. But obviously, well, you're not there still, are you?
No, no, no.
You're not serving the
Yeah.
plug. But like as far as your musical journey goes,
Uh-huh.
I feel like there's a lot of talk, especially in this album. Late nights in the studio rent still do, right? Show me where the pay is.
Yeah.
And I feel like in a lot of the, at least the music I've heard, there's a lot of time for reflection, a lot of time for looking back. Do you feel like the jobs you work, as far as I know, that's the first job you had, or officially?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So like, do you feel like working in that type of environment influenced your music at all? Did it influence your hustle at all? Like,
Definitely.
your hustle?
Yeah. It
Okay.
influenced that heavily. I would say that was probably one of the most that was, I wouldn't say humbling, but eye-opening in a
Really?
way.
Not humbling. Eye-opening.
Yeah, eye-opening, reason being because it really showed me if I wanted to, take myself to the next level, I have to do it. I can't wait on nobody else to
Right.
do it. So I did that with things like Publix. Like I was working, of course, minimum wage, and nothing's wrong with that, of course, if you're doing it. But I said I can't keep doing this, and I'm expecting, something greater than this.
Right.
So I started putting in extra work. Like after work, that's when work really started for me.
Right. That's where it kind of started, the hustle
yeah.
and bustle of it.
Yeah, that's where it started. Because back then, I had the dreams of, doing projects, doing music,
Right.
owning things like businesses. I had a lot of dreams, but not much work behind it.
Yeah.
But once I started realizing, oh, snap, if I don't
Yeah.
take that step,
Yeah.
I'm going to be here for a couple more years.
Yeah. Because you were working in like the kitchen.
Yeah, I was working in the deli. Well, originally I did start customer service when I started cleaning toilets, because people who work at Publix know when you in customer service, unless you on that damn if you a bagger, I was a bagger, so I was pushing carts.
They had
We
to
in
get them-
bro, I'm talking about we in Florida
You
too.
was working with some special people.
Special,
Some very special individuals.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm already know.
Yeah, so-
They got- yeah, all the Publixes don't got baggers still.
yeah.
But the ones that do.
Back in the day, yeah,
Yeah.
because that was about like a year ago since I worked at Publix.
Right.
Back then, it was definitely like,
That's something.
bro, it was hot. Florida, 90 degrees. We out there pushing cart. And the Publix don't play about their policy.
Oh my God, I forgot Publix used to do that.
Yeah,
The pushing the cart.
pushing them joints.
Jesus.
So that was not it. I said, yo, I gotta find a way
So then you moved
to the deli. And
Okay.
then there was a story, actually, I told some of y'all about it, but where I was making this guy sub, because I used to, of course, be in the deli.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yo, you're really good at making subs. You, like, some people are just made to make subs. I said, okay, that was my sign. That was
his
my sign. Yeah.
That was
I
like,
said,
okay, yeah, that's
I gotta get, yeah.
That nigga said you
Some people are
niggas
made to
meant
make subs.
bro.
I said, yeah.
What type of sub was it?
I
you
actually
remember.
can't remember. It's probably some Italian,
Oh,
because niggas was getting that.
was it a
back then.
cold cut or was it chicken?
It was
tender?
definitely cold cut. He was one
Okay,
of them type of niggas.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Can't do
Damn.
it though.
Well,
And now we here.
yeah, now you're here. So you've been focused on music. I know you said about 6. When it comes to production, what's your lifespan as far as production goes? What's like when's the first beat you made from that to now?
The first beat I made, crazy enough, was like probably when I was like 5.
Okay.
Because it was through my sister. They have a heavy impact on music. Like
Yeah.
my family is very musical. We've always been involved in church.
Mhm.
So I was actually doing drums before I was doing when I started doing music. And then my sister, my older sister, she had introduced me to piano, but also band lab. That was the first
Yeah, band lab.
thing I touched, and
Yeah.
that's when,
I
it
feel
started
like
coming
part of my involvement, which big surprise, right?
out. Right. Oh.
I feel like part of my involvement, or like part of my passion in helping with certain parts of like the album, or like just certain parts of just roll out and stuff,
Mhm.
definitely comes from me wanting to make music at one point.
I love that.
Because when I was younger, like I said, that band lab triggered something for me because I remember there used to be this app before band lab was hot. It was called like Vocalo or something like that.
Yeah.
And you could apply auto tune. And it was this one app. It was in this app. You could apply auto tune, and you could record. You could import MP3,
For real.
record with auto tune, and like you can make a whole track right there.
Yeah, that's the full.
So I was like, yo. So then I started there, and then I feel like every nigga has those like unreleased files. You still got unreleased files in the band lab?
Oh, for sure.
That's nasty.
I keep them to the side because I'm like, I gotta look back at these. I haven't touched them in like 5 years, but
Band lab has some.
It has.
I ain't gonna lie, for a platform, band lab is not bad.
It's not bad. People use that.
All in one. I mean, you got the community aspect of it, which wasn't always there, but the community aspect of it is kind of like it's a drive almost. You feel me? You got your storage there. It's a lot going on in band lab. So
band lab definitely hits, especially as a beginner. If you got an Apple device, you got band lab.
Yeah. So you started off in band lab.
Yeah.
And that's the first beat.
First beat I've ever made.
Okay. And then as far as rapping goes, where does that start at?
Surprisingly, I look back. Of course, I didn't take it serious back then, but it was around that same age.
Around that same age. So you've been certain from that age that you wanted to do music you want to be involved in music in some capacity.
Right.
Okay.
I definitely will say around middle school and high school, that's where I started to steer away from it at some point. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what it really was, but I definitely started very long, but around that time frame, that's when I steered away, and then I fell back in love with it.
Okay.
And here we are. Yeah.
That's what's up. So moving out of that, you know, obviously we're here to talk a little bit about LOL, the project, Laugh Out Loud, Love on Law, whatever. Whatever you want it to mean. Now leading up to this drop, you know, we talked about, you know, how long you've been recording music, so you know the origins of it and all that, but from start to finish, like when did production for this album start, even if you didn't realize that production had started for this album?
On my birthday, May 13th, 2024.
13, it's a B.
Yeah. It's a B?
Well, it's a B.
We twins.
That's twin, bro.
Nah, yeah.
May 13th. Okay. Oh, your birthday was what track was that, or what?
Lucky Man.
Lucky Man.
Yeah.
Really?
Made it on my birthday. Crazy.
What's wrong with you, nigga?
I don't know. Yeah, I was going through it.
Yeah, he's going through it.
I had to be.
Dang. Okay, so
yeah.
So roughly about year and some change.
Yeah.
Year and some change
from
start
track.
to finish.
That's crazy.
When it comes to like just music in general, because your recording process, at least from my understanding, as it stands now, is that you know you make the beats, and then from there you kind of reference track it out, kind of find the flow here and there, and then from there you go back in and record the track.
Right.
Now my question is like, how long does it take from reference to it being an official song as we hear it?
Right. It definitely depends. I would say the only thing it depends on is when I want to get it done, honestly. Because there's been times I've held on probably to Lucky Man about 6 months before I started moving forward with it, because I really had no vision for the track.
Yeah, Lucky. I mean, that's a hard song to just make and be like, all right, here's a single.
Yeah, hey, let's just put this out.
Yeah, like, you can't do that. That's not really.
I said, and we could have did a little EP or something, but I said, yo, this
has to be something more.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could build on this.
Okay.
And that's how we got LOL.
That's how we got LOL.
Yeah.
And if you haven't listened to LOL, please stop. Go listen to that, because I'm asking questions that if you haven't listened to it, I feel like it kind of takes away from the whole listening experience, right?
Right.
Now, LOL is of course a concept album.
Yeah.
It's a storytelling album. And that's a bold choice to go with for your first project. Like, what made you go with that?
Like, what you pretty much answered it with that, because it was a bold choice.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I was like, if I want to do something, if I'm going to put time into something, I want to make sure it's worth my while. Like, it's something that's Meaning, like, I feel like it's not fun to make music unless I'm challenging myself.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of how I go, my mindset when I make stuff. I don't like doing things that are easy like that
Right.
when it comes to that because it's not fun. So that was kind of the reason why I chose to go with that. I knew I could put time in it. I knew I could get it done, honestly. Yeah.
Because that's not something you hear or see in music a lot.
Right.
Especially in rap, like a conceptual album.
Yeah.
For your first album. Now this is we kind of mentioned it in the beginning, but this is the first project that you dropped this year. You also dropped Serenity, the EP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bangers
and there's some standout tracks on there. But you've been kind of rolling out for, it looks like you've been kind of gearing up for this.
Yeah.
Being kind of like the main thing, because then before Serenity we had Yeah, which was like your first official single, right?
Serenity, yeah, that was my first official project.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's my first one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I'm discovering things too. Shoot.
And then Yeah was your first single officially?
Yeah, that was my first single.
Okay.
I ever put out all platforms. Yep.
That's what's up. And then after Yeah was Crazy.
Crazy. Yeah. That's crazy because I just said, yeah.
So,
Dang, yeah.
So, 2 singles, and this is all in the span of, what, 2024, 2025?
2024.
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah was 2024.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Crazy was
2024.
Okay.
Right.
And then came Serenity in 25.
Right.
Okay, so when it comes to dropping Serenity, what influences that? What influences dropping that when you drop that? Before we get to the LOL world.
Around that time period, I was actually working on an album when I started creating Serenity.
Really?
And the reason why I decided I need to put out an EP, first it had been a minute since I had dropped music.
Right.
But also I felt like once I'm gearing into LOL, waiting until the time frame I had, because I knew I was going to drop LOL in September. That was always the plan. Mm-hmm. I said I have to put something in there, kind of like a sneak peek of like what you're gearing up towards.
Yeah, it definitely set ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely say that, because I remember listening to, honestly, I would say like Serenity is almost it's not unpolished.
Yeah.
But it's definitely like the prelude to LOL.
Exactly. It
definitely, like, some things in Serenity make a lot more sense when LOL dropped.
Yeah.
A lot of more of that project made sense.
Perfect.
I can see some parts that you, like some themes that you kind of lightened up on, some things that you went in depth with. And then obviously looking at Crazy, which is probably one of my favorite singles of yours.
Right.
That's like my guilty pleasure song.
For real, yeah.
But when it comes to Crazy, and then we think about Yeah, and everything that's going in Serenity, a common theme for you is that you are navigating relationships.
Yeah.
Speak to that.
Yeah, so it's purposeful.
Okay.
Of course, I have other songs out there.
Yeah. That's definitely not the only thing, but
yeah,
there is a common thread of
a common. More often than not, you're probably gonna hear that.
Yeah, there's a girl getting a message.
Somebody.
Figuratively speaking,
maybe no figures,
speaking,
maybe a figure.
Yeah, maybe a figure. Maybe she has a figure, but there's someone being spoken to on some of these tracks. You feel me? Especially in LOL. But
especially, yeah.
When we think about Crazy and just Yeah, what causes you to kind of, is that kind of where you're comfortable at? Is that, because you don't ever want to be rapping about something that you don't feel.
Exactly.
You feel me? So what causes you to kind of dive into that concept a lot?
Yeah, so I feel, especially I would say from like around my singles, the 2024 year, it was unintentional, but I could definitely see that was a common thing that I rapped about. But I started to dig into it, like me personally.
Right.
And the reason that I found is because it's definitely a comfort zone, on what I feel like I can talk about well. but also I feel like it's a great starting point to where you can see like how I navigate through that. I understood that I could it allowed me to explain myself in certain situations. I
Yeah.
feel like I could do a lot better through tracks.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong. I mean, my
Yeah.
favorite rapper is Pusha T.
Right.
And this nigga has not rapped about anything but coke or selling coke. But when we look at like the intricacies of the relationships
Right.
with drug dealers and community, or drug dealer to drug dealer relationships, it shows, we get the information there, we can infer how he would be interacting with the woman.
Yeah.
We can infer how he would be interacting in business, in the corporate world.
Exactly.
So, in a similar capacity, when you're talking about relationships, we can definitely, infer how you move in your relationship can influence how you interact in a business sense,
exactly.
or in a personal sense. So I definitely get that.
It translates.
Would you describe yourself as a ladies' man?
It's crazy too.
I
gotta tell you about a story.
I was so happy when I wrote that. I was like, but I know this nigga. I'm like, yo, watch out.
Hey, bro.
Yo, would you describe yourself as a ladies' man?
What's crazy? Now I gotta tell you about
Yeah.
this situation. So
It's
actually,
exclusive.
I was at Dunkin' not too long ago.
Okay.
And I went there. I think it was actually this past week. And I walk in, and I'm basically trying to order something because it was for my peoples I was riding with.
Right.
And I get to the counter, and the cashier was ordering. At first, I noticed off rip, she was like, I thought she wanted to fight me. Dead serious, because she was like, up, down. I'm like, damn, this lady want to fight me. I ain't do nothing. She said, what you ordered?
Man.
I said, I just had this, blah, 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 right? And then she looks like a, order like 35, 40 ish, right? So anyway, I get my order and stuff, and she asked me, yeah, how old are you? I said, I'm 21. She said, okay, you young, but you ready. I said, wow.
You ready, nigga?
I said, oh my God. I said, this is real.
You ready?
Yeah. I was like, okay. I said, all right, don't tip me. Tip me now. Right? She said, I'm tempting.
Hold on. You making me lose my composure.
I said, oh my gosh, life
this
is
not the
real.
pod. I'm trying to be a journalist, so this nigga is tempting. You tempting me right now.
I said,
What are you talking
no.
about?
I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I said, okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I promise later that I
Crazy.
bro, that shot me, but
Damn, so you was at Dunkin'. Well, girl said, bro, yo, how old are you?
old girl.
Old, yo, please. Old woman. Old woman said, you know what I mean?
Yo.
Young, but you ready.
Young, but I'm ready.
How did did you get some extra, like, food out of that, or, like?
Nah, because I was crunched the bag. I'm out of there.
Ah.
I was in a rush, too, but yeah.
Was
No
that
food.
your bag? Like, was she your bag?
Nah. I was just playing around. But, I mean, I guess that kind of relates here, but.
Sorry, you're a womanizer.
You're crazy. Yo.
Nah, I'm playing.
I love
But
love 'em.
okay, so I mean, it almost seemed like it almost seemed like the world is kind of getting you right for
Yeah.
the next level.
Right. It's
You feel me?
like,
Because I mean, imagine she was a fan,
yeah.
and then on top of that, you already ready.
That's crazy. Oh, I like what you did there.
Like,
Brother!
you already
my
know you already
God.
ready.
That's
So it's
good.
like, you know
I
what
should have
mean?
got it on tape.
Yeah, now we got it on tape.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so it's like, but you not answering out my question though. That's a good story, but that don't answer. Are you? The people have to know. Are you a what's the name? Are you a? Would you say that? What's my exact quote?
All right.
A ladies' man.
A ladies' man.
Cause I mean,
Mm-hmm.
well, whatever your interpretation of a ladies' man is to be.
Right.
You feel me?
I believe I can have that appeal.
Okay, I'm with that. Okay,
Yeah.
I see where you following.
Yeah, you see. You see where I'm heading?
Yeah, I see which way you going, bro. This nigga's a sicko, yo. Okay. So Larry Berg is definitely a ladies' man.
You're crazy.
He's a ladies' man. He's also a sicko, bro. Going back to the music, right? From the perspective of, just the first couple singles, do you feel like your pen has improved, or do you feel like it was always there, it was just untapped or uninspired?
Good question. And a bit of both. I will say it was definitely untapped. It was something that was developed.
Developed.
And the way I developed it was actually through the help of my my brother. I think he taught me a lot. My older brother, he does music as well.
Okay.
Y'all go listen to his stuff if y'all can. Lauren Todd.
Okay.
But he inspired a lot of my writing and my thoughtfulness behind how I write.
You feature on the song with Lauren Todd, correct?
Yes, I
Okay.
actually have a song with him. It's
Yeah,
out
okay.
too. I've done a couple of his songs too, like produced it
Okay.
as well. So we worked, of course, before.
Mhm.
But because I was having trouble writing before LOL,
Right.
and I was like, how can I get good in writing and stuff? He said just because he was telling me you're trying to write things that aren't real to you.
Real.
So he said once you start writing what's real to you, you won't have that problem. And ever since then,
So that's why you started rapping about the ladies.
yeah,
That's real to
ever
you.
since then,
Yo, shout out Big Bro.
bro, shout out Big Bro.
I honestly, I don't know how I thought you were the oldest, low key.
It's my older sister,
Okay.
Yeah.
Eldest sister, then brother,
then me,
Then you have a younger brother.
yeah, and a
then-
younger sister.
Okay.
I'm
okay,
the middle.
okay, okay.
I'm the middle child, oldest in my household though.
Heard.
Yeah.
Heard. Okay, so Big Bro put us on with the writing and help kind of develop that.
Right.
Because I know as an artist, right? I'm obviously not an artist. This is just from my observations. But sometimes, to push a single or to get on in a way, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can dumb down that skill
Right.
that's there, or not hone in on that skill to develop your career. You feel me?
Yeah. Agreed.
Do you feel like that's something that you kind of partook in, or do you feel like it was kind of like just a gradual? Like, do you think it was just a growth thing?
It's
Like,
yeah.
let me rephrase that. Was
I
it a
love that.
conscious decision to not dive deeper into your talent, or was it like was it a natural development?
It was natural,
Okay.
but it was inspired on the fact that I was like, okay, I want to focus a lot, be more thoughtful in what I'm writing.
Right.
Crazy enough, I think the song I have with my brother, that was the first, that was the first kind of introspective type of.
Yeah, you was on that. I listened to that song.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was one
Because
of
I
those.
was wondering who that was. I was
Yeah.
like, who is this?
For,
And something told me that I was like, these niggas are related in some capacity.
That's
I didn't
crazy.
I didn't know who it was, but I was like, this got to be like an uncle something. This
Right.
is some older relative.
it's crazy because it's my brother and my cousin.
See,
Yeah, so
it's
it's
some
fam.
family on
It's
that
the
bit
fam.
for sure.
For sure, man. Shout out to them.
Is there ever going to be any more? I mean, I know it's hard to say, but I kind of have to ask you as an
Yeah.
interviewer. Will there ever be any more family tracks like that?
Oh, of course,
Okay.
in the works.
Okay.
Of course, my sister does music too.
Really?
Yeah.
So who doesn't do music in your family?
Yeah, nobody. Everybody do me. Everybody. My mama sing actually.
Your mom
My
sings?
dad
Pop
sing too.
sings?
Yeah, he actually used to sing.
He
too.
look like he sings. I met your pop.
Yeah.
He looks like he sings. So
Yeah.
there's nobody, Lil Sis?
Sister sings. I think my youngest brother. I don't know if he does. He doesn't. He isn't really involved in music. I think
Okay.
he can sing. I can't remember.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Your young brother was at your party, right?
Which yeah.
I think he sings.
Yeah.
I think he's
Keep it
in
on the low.
music. I think he too cool right now
You think
to
so?
reveal it.
I think he keep it on the low too.
Because I used to be like that. I can peep a too cool nigga,
Yeah.
like a young too cool. Like, bro, y'all chill,
Too
like, I'm too cool in this.
Bruh.
Yeah, I can tell when a nigga like trying to like low key hide the talent a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
He probably got a nice little falsetto.
I heard it before, so I'm like, he
Okay.
probably can't sing.
Right.
I think, yeah, I run through the
Okay,
film.
so music runs deep in the Curry family.